You're watching MileHighSportsPreps.com.
Brought to you by Camp Team Insurance, your sports insurance specialist.
As we get ready for the 140-pound final, it is Luke Case of Brighton, a senior at 17-4. Austin Olson, a powerhouse Ponderosa, his opponent at 11-4. This has the makings of an outstanding offensive match. Both of these wrestlers can also show very good defensive capabilities in schools. It'll be a feeling out process early. Case has had a very aggressive tournament. He's won one match in overtime in this tournament. His semifinal win was over Michael Miller of Heritage in a very spirited contest, 11-6. And there's a possible takedown, but no scoring at the present time for Case. The referee did not award him the 2 points. And now they're near the sideline down there.
Might have scored 2 points again right there before they go out of bounds. That was a great move by the Brighton wrestler.
Just a quick reversal right near the edge of the mat. That came out of nowhere all of a sudden. And it's now 2-0 as Austin Olson of Ponderosa, the senior, against Luke Case of Brighton, also a senior. So two very experienced wrestlers on the mat right now. And how many times have we said the word Brighton over the years in state wrestling with all the great teams they had in the 80s and 90s, and they had kind of a lull in the 2000s, but still some outstanding individuals, and Case is another one of those types too. And
you have some great coaches there. Tom Wagner, state champ from Brighton when he was in high school, and Tom Cortez, of course, has had so many state champion teams and doing a great job there in the middle of building, but they're doing a great job always in Brighton.
Now both wrestlers are loaded on the mat trying to squeeze and get themselves rolled over. A little bit of niftiness there. Kind of 3 straight front rolls in a row, trying to get him rolled on his shoulder on that little side move. A different kind of a form of chicken wing there, but not quite the chicken wing. It's tied up at 2 with 15 seconds remaining in a spirited first period of action here between these two wrestlers, and almost got caught there was Case in a front roll. The Ponderosa star Olson trying to roll him over now. 2 seconds, we're down to 1, and that will be the end of the first period. A 2-2 tie between Luke Case of Brighton and Austin Olson of Ponderosa, and I think the wrestler that's going to win this one, Ed's going to make the least amount of mistakes in this. It might come down to a 1-2 point type match. Both of these guys seem to be evenly matched.
Well, it seems like exactly right. Corey, now from Ponderosa, the head coach, trying to give his wrestler some instruction.
Of course, Corey McNellis took over a couple years ago for the great Tim Ottman as coach. Corey McNellis is a former state wrestling champion himself, so he knows the wrestling business. He's a heck of a coach, and he's an aggressive coach. He teaches all of his guys that. As we start the second period, again, Olson looking for an early offensive advantage as they try to hook legs there right in the middle of the match. Looked like a twisted pretzel there for a minute. Now a little rollover move.
Possibly a good switch there by the Brighton wrestler in Case, and he does score 2 points. Now ahead 4-2, and it puts him on his back, possibly scoring some more.
Just was able to get his hip over the top and got him over on that front roll. Outstanding move at the time. Just moved laterally to his left, and now he's got Olson in kind of a little predicament for just a moment. Austin able to pull out for just a moment. But a nice nifty move, as Ed mentioned, by Case to get that front 2 points. He leads 4-2 here in the second period. Now having a hold of his neck, it almost looked like a half WWE move there for a minute, getting really aggressive, and now the whistle stopped play for just a moment. But a very active matchup with these two physical guys. Both have excellent lower body strength in their legs. A little bit of work to do on the upper body, but a very even matchup to this point as Case and Olson continue their battle here in the second period.
Ponderosa, one thing for sure, they never lack heart and never stop fighting.
7-time defending champion for a reason. They got the heart, they got passion and soul. This has been the dominant, preeminent program of the year 2000 so far, and they look this year to win their 8th consecutive state championship in 5A in a row, but Ponderosa and Pomona is going to have a lot to say about that.
Well, last year they had a lot to say about it. They got moved to number 2 right before the state tournament. Didn't like that at all, and they came back and didn't surprise themselves, but a few people that possibly thought and agreed they were number 2. But again, they ended up being champions, and they find themselves probably in the same predicament of being back down to number 2, and certainly could win it all.
Case now using that lower body strength with that leg has got him in a pretzel, got him in a pin predicament. That's got to be at least 3, and now Olson really fighting to hang on here. Sharp move by Case, and they give him 2 points for that. Gives him a 6-2 lead, but some nifty moves by Case a couple times in this match so far as he tries to look to pin Olson, which is easier said than done. But Luke Case doing a good job so far in this match. We're down to 10 seconds in the second period as he continues to hold on to his leg, and now he throws him out of bounds. Whistles stop the action with 8 seconds to go.
Well, as they say, never count Ponderosa out, but it's certainly going to have to apply going into the third period. And I believe Olson's going to have to dig deep to try to score some big points because he needs a 5-point after this second period's over.
And Case is one of those guys that could get real low to the mat with low gravity and hard to score points on his legs, on his hips, and to the side. He's been very, very quick tonight. He's been the quicker of the two to this point. Olson with some work to do as he holds on here with 5 seconds to go, trying to get him turned over and rolled once again. And that will be the end of the second period as Luke Case from Brighton High School, the senior, has a 6-2 lead over Austin Olson of Ponderosa as they head to period number 3. And right now to this point tonight, we've seen some really interesting matches, and we've seen the top-ranked wrestler in the state go down in the last match, and we still got a lot more to go before this night's over.
Case got to make sure he doesn't give up 5 points here. Not a very, very effective single leg, but he is making it effective now. And of course, Olson trying to score.
Olson's had a hard time really getting a true base tonight. His hips have not moved well laterally where he could get.
And he scores 2 there, John.
Yeah, I gave Case the Mike Nolan kiss of death on that one. A 2-point takedown. He's got himself back in the match at 6-4 with 1:20 to go. Anything possible. Olson now trying to be the aggressor and trying to find that one weakness that Case might have to give himself an opportunity to win the match.
Wouldn't be surprised if Corey from Ponderosa, the coach there, doesn't instruct his wrestler to let him go. That was too easy of a takedown, and behind by 2 points, he might just tell him to do that.
Yeah, you're trying to get back even into the match, let him go, and you can go for a 2 or 3 point takedown and find that weakness and get a possibility of a pin. Ed made a great point on that. You got to take an opportunity when you get an opportunity to get there. When you're trailing late in the third period, you got to go for it. And here Olson trying to roll him over.
He's got him in the half. He's got him in the position. And there he goes, scoring points. He's got the Brighton wrestler in trouble. Case fighting off his back.
He's got him in that half Nelson wing position.
He's got 3 points scored there, John, with 37 seconds left. And just like we said earlier, you can never count out Ponderosa from any match. And it's certainly showing here by taking the lead 7-6.
And it's 7-6, and we're down to 23 seconds. Now does Luke Case have any energy left to get a 1-point escape and get this thing to overtime? Olson's doing a whole lot of holding on and squeezing now, and Case getting a little bit worn down and tired a little bit.
And he could score some more here, John. I think he's worn down, Case from Brighton. With 5 seconds, Ponderosa again showing why they should never be counted out, and takes the championship match at 140 pounds.
A nifty 3-point takedown with 20 seconds to go in the third period, and a terrific decision win tonight for Austin Olson of Ponderosa, 7-6 over Luke Case, and what's been the match of the night so far here this evening from Arvada West.
You're watching MileHighSportsPreps.com. Brought to you by Camp Team Insurance, your sports insurance specialist.